Hey, this is Courtney Hale, and I'm here to ask you a pop quiz question. What do Donald Trump, pussy hat marches, and shamanism have in common? The answer? They're all turbo boosting your personal power and waking you up into a world where you have to develop your special talents and gifts as quickly as possible. Hi, I'm here to talk to you about a video series that I'm going to be doing, which is going to be coaching people who already have special gifts. I have a couple of questions for you. First, do you ever think about being happier, healthier, and wealthier, but you just feel worried and anxious about the state of affairs in the world? Question number two, do you ever wonder if something magical is possible and wonder if it's going to take a miracle to save our world? And three, do you ever feel super stressed out about life and just wish that you could change the whole way that the system works and how things are? If you've said yes to any of these questions, then you would make a good candidate for this program. I'm going to be training people in how to supercharge their life and turbo boost their personal power. Because the only thing that you can actually change right here and now is yourself. You can change your mind, and I'm going to give you the basics of how the world of manifestation works and how you can turbocharge your personal power by learning the basics of how to use your mind. There are ancient time-tested techniques that allow us to develop very quickly and to access the higher aspects of our personality. After 20 years of studying with different masters and medicine people, as well as scientific research while writing a novel and interviewing world-renowned experts, I have a lot of shortcuts to offer you. It took me a really long time to put this information together, and it's important to me that it gets out there. I'm going to share everything that I know with you for free, and then I'm going to offer a series of webinar classes for personal coaching in small groups. You're also welcome to look at my book anytime you want to online. It's called Urban Shaman 1 Love, and it's a series of interviews with world-renowned experts, including experts from Princeton, world-renowned shaman, New York Times bestsellers, and all kinds of people that you'll know from movies like The Secret and What the Bleep Do We Know. So if you want to get something right now, go ahead and get that book on Amazon. You can see the link on the channel above. So, another sign that you might be qualified to study these ancient techniques is a sense of unrest and uneasiness right now. A lot of people who are star children and rainbow spiritual warriors are waking up into this world of horror and wondering what happened. We feel very uneasy with the violence and with the darkness and with the fear mongering. And sometimes it's paralyzing. So I really want to focus on the people who are rainbow warriors and, waking up into their spiritual power so that I can coach them and give them these shortcuts to boosting their power. I was once one of the people looking for answers and having lots of questions, and it's a long and difficult process to figure it out. Like I said, I've got 20 years of research, and I can really help you get to your personal power quickly. There are lots of secrets that have been suppressed and that have been hidden from us as the patriarchy and religious paradigms use their power to quash everyone's individual power. So what you need to know is a way that you can actually get in touch with your own personal power through your source. Now imagine if you were traveling from New York to LA, you would need a map, right? This is the map that we're going to use in order to have a map of spiritual consciousness. This is the world we live in. In Hebrew, it's called Malchut, and this is the physical world. The next world up here is called Yesod, and that's the astral plane. I can use this map of consciousness, this diagram of the universe, to very quickly teach you things that you already suspected were true and just maybe never have been talked about with or trained in. So, the first thing that you want to know, and I'm going to start giving away some free information here and now. Number one, you're human. You have two parts to your consciousness. Hu, which is light, and man, which is body. So you're light and matter combined. Your biological organism that has evolved here on this planet in a natural way for millennia is actually a very complex and amazing system. Okay, so I'm not underrating that. But you also have light and consciousness, or your spirit, your soul. And this is a different aspect of you that goes all the way up the tree to creator or source. Okay? The way that I look at it, there is no such thing as a God who's in judgment on us or who is sitting on a throne in power. And no man or woman should be able to stand between you and your access to divine source. This is one of the important techniques that I'm going to be teaching you about, which is how to go within and find your divine source so that you can tap into that anytime. That's actually your birthright, and that is where your power comes from. So, number 2 piece of information. As attention goes, so follows energy. I wish that somebody had told me this when I was very young so that I could have spent more of my life focusing on the things I love. Basically, because energy is like the gold of the spiritual world and attention accentuates it. Then if you want to manifest something, then you put your attention on it and you focus your mind on it. So a lot of times people have this constant mental chatter though, and that'll be point number 3, which does not allow for the spirit world to get a clear message about what you really want. So everybody has watched that movie, The Secret. People are nuts about it. I don't blame them. But I watched it, and I watched it 3 or 4 times trying to figure out, why don't they give you the inner secrets, the real truth to how you do this? They talk about how it's possible, and they talk about some of the steps. But they're actually techniques that I can teach you that will help you to manifest the things that you want a lot more quickly. Most people just want health, wealth, and happiness. However, happiness doesn't come from what we think it comes from. I think happiness, as far as I've seen in my community and in all of these years, I've been researching this, it comes from doing what you are meant to do, finding out what your personal gifts are and actually bringing them to the table in a productive and loving way, whether that's just with your own family, your community, or with the world at large. I suspect a lot of you rainbow warriors and children of light, indigo children, crystalline kids, whatever you want to call it, these supercharged warriors of peaceful ways, you have special gifts that if we miss out on them right now, our world might not evolve in the way that it needs to. So I'm reaching out to the people out there who consider themselves to be really charged with the desire to make the world a better place and to discover their gifts. Okay? So step number 3 is you have to clear your mind in order to change it. I'm telling you right now that you can change your mind. That's the only thing you can change right now. You can change your mind, but you have to learn how to clear your mind. It's like when you're painting on a canvas. If there's a bunch of stuff on there already, you're gonna draw something on top of that and it won't be clear what the meaning was. You need to start off with a clean, clear canvas and have a distinct idea of where you're headed. So I'm going to teach you how to clear off your canvas. Then I'm going to teach you where you're going, where you want to go. I'm going to ask you where you want to go and then coach you on getting there. Okay? And then we're going to figure out how to turbocharge that with daily habits and practices that really ground you and make you all that much more powerful. Okay? So we're coming to the end of a really brutal age. It was already predicted by the ancient ones that this was going to be an age of iron and violence and brutality, kind of the darkest side of male energy. There's a beautiful side to male energy too, though, as well as there's a dark side to female energy. So we're just talking about the concepts of male and female in terms of positive, negative, yin and yang, all right? So not to get confused with man and woman. But a lot of times men do exhibit more masculine characteristics. And right now we have an administration that's just bringing forth all of the darkness that has probably been festering in our unconscious collectively for a long time. Now it's like the gates of heaven and hell are opening. And those of us who are warriors of light need to have a way to organize. So I'm here to be your spiritual coach and to help you to learn the laws of the universe and how you can use them. Modern science has proven that all of this is true, and it's really amazing to think about how much we know now. When I was in college and in my 20s, there was not this much information out there, and there's not that much science back then. But right now, I can launch you forward. Right now, we have a series beginning that we're going to launch on April 15th called Turbo Boost Your Power. But up and until then, we're going to be doing short little webinars and I'm going to be sharing free information with people. So make sure to go to the website to CourtneyHale.com and there you're going to find the opportunity to sign up for an email list. Go ahead and also answer the questions down below that I've asked you. Are you happy? Are you achieving your highest destiny? And are you getting what you want out of life? So go ahead and remark below and let's get the conversation started. And then also go and join up at the website or order the book on Amazon. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.